I never thought I'd come home early from my business trip to find my fiancé tangled in the sheets with someone else. My heart dropped to the floor when I opened the bedroom door, only to see the yoga instructor we'd been taking classes from, the very same person my fiancé insisted on hiring for private sessions. I stood frozen, a mixture of rage and disbelief swirling inside me. But as they scrambled off the bed, the real thunderbolt struck. My fiancé's voice cracked as he stammered, "This is my sister." The words felt like a slap, impossible to process at first. How could this be? He had never mentioned a sister before, let alone one who conveniently showed up in our lives through a yoga class. The room pulsed with an awkward silence, shattered only by my demand for answers. My fiancé, looking more like a deer in headlights than the man I thought I knew, stumbled through an explanation. They were separated as children, a family secret buried so deep he didn't even know she existed until she reached out a few months ago. The yoga classes were a cover for their attempt to reconnect, he claimed. But there was no denying the intimacy I'd just witnessed, and the raw betrayal cut deeper than any explanation could soothe. The yoga instructor, his supposed sister, looked equally shaken, eyes darting between us as if unsure where her loyalty should lie. As I listened, my mind raced back to the little signs I'd ignored, the late-night phone calls, the unusual amount of time he spent working on his flexibility, the way he'd light up whenever he talked about his yoga progress. I had chalked it all up to enthusiasm, never suspecting the tangled web beneath. Now, standing in the wreckage of our relationship, I realized how blind I'd been, how easily I'd let love cloud my judgment. The confrontation spiraled into a heated argument, accusations flying like daggers, each more painful than the last. It was chaos, emotions raw and unchecked, and I felt like a stranger in my own life. In the end, it wasn't just the physical betrayal that shattered me, but the emotional labyrinth we'd all been trapped in. As I packed my bags, a part of me struggled with the idea of what family meant and the lengths people would go to protect their secrets. I walked out into the night, leaving behind a life I thought I understood, my heart heavy with the weight of revelation. But in the darkness, a glimmer of resolve sparked within me. I would rebuild, piece by piece, untangling the knots of deception into something that resembled truth, even if I had to start from scratch.